Hello and welcome to Deadline Horror News Live here for May 11th, 2022. I'm Josh. I'm joined here with Donnie
Hey.
and the Professor Smoke.
What's up?
And we are from the All-American Spookshow Podcast. And as always, of course, we want to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel down below there and click on the bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want you to become a supporter of the Spook Show by going over to patreon.com/AASpookshow. Sign up to become a patron. We've got levels starting at $1, $3, all the way up to this crazy $1,000 Spook Show Insanity level, which you want to go check out. But over there, you'll get video minisodes featuring the Library of the Professor every Tuesday, bonus podcast every month like Spook Show Rewind, Crapsterpiece Theater, Professor's retro review articles. Those are like written articles of just some older movies that he writes up. Tons more every month. Again, that's patreon.com/AASpookshow. I want to remind you that episode 107 is out now. It's our latest horror review.
Man, I hate I missed this one, man.
Yeah, this one was Smoke's choice. Professor Smoke, he chose this one, and he picked Session 9 from 2001. Like I said, that is out now wherever you get your podcast, and right here on our YouTube channel. If you just go look at our videos here on the channel, you'll see that it's been uploaded. So, yeah, Donnie, we'll get your full thoughts on that one next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had a longer than usual conversation just trying to figure that one out. So yeah, that one's up now wherever you like I said, here on the channel, wherever you get your podcast. And speaking of next week, that'll be episode 108. And that's our next Spook Show Spotlight home video part 1. Now if you don't quite understand what that is, basically it's just kind of the origins or the birth of home video.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be going through there, probably basically leading up to when you had VHS versus Betamax, right, Smoke? So we'll kind of encompass that whole time period before that, right?
Yeah, leading up to the VHS Betamax wars.
So this will probably end up being that we just went ahead and called it part 1 because we know this one's going to be a long, deep dive. So this is like definitely 2 parts, probably 3 parts, maybe even 4 parts. So, but since we're about to enter Camp Spook Show, we'll basically kind of like start it now and then dip back into it later in the year. So just kind of bookmark it. This will come out Monday, May 16th at 6 p.m. East. Unless you're a patron at the $5 level, you will get it early. And speaking of other things, before we even get to that, the next thing here, this Sunday, we have a live special. Is that what you got there? There it is.
Yeah.
We have a live special this Sunday night right here on the YouTube channel, basically the same format as you're watching right now. During the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, they start at 7 p.m. on Shudder. Pretty much right at the same time, we're going to go live. And if you're not able to watch it on Shudder, come listen to us talk about it and watch it with us. We'll be commenting, about the results of the Chainsaw Awards and talking about some of our favorites from the past year and everything. So come right back here to the channel, bookmark that, and be ready for that. It should start pretty much right at 7 p.m. this East Coast time, I should say. This Sunday night, May 15th, 7 p.m.
We did this last year, and it was a lot of fun.
Matter of fact, I think that was like one of the first times we ever went live.
Yeah,
like it was just kind of like, right, and
yeah, but, and that's somewhere in the channel as well. That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we're a little bit organized this time around than we were last year, so we'll see how smoothly this all goes down Sunday night. But you don't want to miss it. It ought to be a good time. And speaking of which, interactive things, we have a poll. Now, we had last month's poll, and there's your winner. Last month's Crapsterpiece Theater poll winner was the Hulk Hogan Classic. No holds barred. Something tells me that the Dookie line is going to be pulled a couple of times here.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Talk about this one.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly when you will get this, but you will get this if you're only if you're a patron. Patreon.com/AASpookshow. You will definitely get it by the end of the month. We are soon to be, getting in the studio to record this one, so it will be over on Patreon by the end of the month. And I think you got to be at least at the $5 level, if I'm not mistaken, to get that. So
yeah,
we encourage you to go join up so you can listen to us torture ourselves with No Holds Barred. I guess it was the lighter of the choices that month, right? Upcoming.
It was up against Cats for one.
And and Cats, God, thank God it didn't win. But it didn't even come in second place. Second place was Super Mario Brothers.
Oh wow.
That movie, that was actually second place.
Yeah, that would have been a good one too, which I'm sure we'll get to it.
All the good is relative here. It's a relative term on any of these, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Crapster Piece Theater is kind of inherent. But yeah, so that's the we're gonna determine whether that's a floater or diarrhea or a sinker somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
That's our weird scale over there. So you want to check that out. Before we get to this month's poll, though, we want to kind of just bring you up to date on. Don't forget that I think it's on June 6th, which I am blanking on what episode that is. Is it 111?
Ooh, it's 111.
Yeah, episode 111 on June 6th will be the beginning of Camp Spook Show. Now, basically, the whole premise here for a good portion of the summer, it's basically from June 6th all the way into like mid-August. All our movie reviews every week, and even our Spook Show Spotlight or two, and the Cult Corners, and Crapster Piece Theater, and what's the one I'm forgetting? Cannon Fodder. All the Earl sub-series. Everything's going to be summer camp related, all summer long. So we don't know exactly what's going to kick it off there on episode 111 because that is Will's choice. We're still going to be doing the normal rotation of things. All I can tell you is that it will be a quote-unquote newer movie. It'll be something made from the year 2000 up. Something to do with summer camp. So we'll find out what he chooses probably pretty soon. And that leads us to our poll, this month's poll, because it is Camp Spook Show related. There are your 4 choices. Good God Almighty. For the month of June. You pick the one that we're going to watch. Meatballs Part 2. Ernest Goes to Camp, Care Bears Movie 2, A New Generation, and Oddballs.
So I have a question. How is Care Bears Movie 2 a summer camp movie?
Well, listen, I don't want anyone to choose it so we can find out. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh man.
Trust me, it's a summer camp movie.
Yeah,
it has something to do with the summer camp. And it's crap, we know that. So
yeah, definitely.
Therefore, on the poll. So those are your 4 choices. You can vote right now in the comments section right here in the video if you want to. Go ahead and cast your vote. And you can vote for it as many times as you want, whichever one you want. Obviously, over on all of our socials, we have the poll over on patreon.com/AA-spookshow as well. And you don't have to be a patron to vote over there. If you just want to, have the little box to check off, you can vote as many times for all 4 choices if you want to, whatever you want.
Guys, I didn't want to say this, but I did want to just make a quick note that all of our so far every single Crapster Piece movie we've covered was my choice. We covered Garbage Pail Kids. That was my choice.
And then
Nothing But Trouble. That was also my choice.
Good Lord.
And I also chose No Holds Barred. So
yeah. Donnie's the reigning king of crap.
Yeah.
And which one was your choice?
Wait a minute. Should we say which your choice is here?
Yeah. Should we influence it or should we not influence it? What do you think?
Well, there really is no influencing it. You picked Ernest Goes to Camp. So, I mean, that just means it's going to win. So
No, it's got to be something
really
else.
Proves right now is that you know your shitty movies. That's really all it proves.
It's true. Yeah, that's about accurate.
So, you got till the end of the month, literally all the way up until 11:59 p.m. on May 31st. That's a Tuesday night. And then June 1st, we'll tabulate them all. And then sometime there in early June, we'll announce what the winner is. And then we'll also put out the next month's poll. Now, spoiler alert, next month's poll will also be Camp Spook Show related. So we're going to throw 4 more summer camp turds against the wall and see which one falls down. So
we're going to have a hard time picking 4 more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, for this category, it's easy to pick them for horror, of course. It's easy to pick for horror.
we've compiled a pretty impressive list. You wouldn't think there'd be this many so many damn summer camp movies, but we have found a pretty extensive list of summer camp movies to choose from. So I don't think it'll be as hard as you think. But yeah, those are your choices. So we'll have the new poll next month, and then we'll go forward there. Also, speaking of going forward, coming soon, episode 109. Now this is normally, we all choose one every other week. This is kind of the wild card choice to kind of, get the old new balance between all four of us. So episode 109 is going to be Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, dipping back into the Hellraiser pool.
Yep.
Opening the Lament configuration one more time.
Yeah.
Because it might be a little it might be a little bit before we get back to Hellraiser, at least through the summer, since obviously there's no summer camp movie with Pinhead in it. We'll have to skip the next couple of months, but when we get down to
I was drinking water. I almost did a spit take. Luckily, I wasn't on camera, and luckily I didn't get on my camera.
Hellraiser 45, Camp Hell. They haven't made that yet, but
Cenobites go to camp.
Cenobites go to camp.
Episode 110, you see there the Chuck Norris canon classic, Invasion USA. Now that's going to come out on Memorial Day, our next cannon fodder episode. So what better movie, really? I mean, it kind of picks itself.
Typically, we would have done like a spin the wheel poll. Not really a poll, but spin wheel for that. Yeah. But it was just so perfect. It just lined up with Memorial Day. I mean, what better, like you said, what better movie to go with on Memorial Day than Invasion USA?
Yeah. And, the cannon fodder, that whole theme. So, like, when we're looking at the canon list, I think, Smoke, you were the one that just instantly said Invasion USA, right?
Oh, yeah. It's got to be on there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. Yeah. And then, like we mentioned earlier, sometime by the end of the month, the next Crafterpiece Theater, No Holds Barred. We have so now we've connected the dots. Thanks, Donnie, for all this.
I know how to pick them.
You sadistic bastard.
Yeah. Hopefully the streak will break and we don't have to watch Ernest Goes to Camp.
Well, speaking of the streak, go ahead and give us the latest deadlines and horror news and see what kind of turd streaks you can leave on the wall here.
No, man. So Dee Snider recently announced that he's going to be directing a new horror movie this year. So he wrote and starred in Strangeland from 1998. There's been a sequel that's been, on and off for years, since that release, almost 15 years ago. As far as this new project, there's no details yet. But Dee Snider has confirmed that he's both writing and directing. He only has one other directing credit, which was Van Helsing's Curse, live in Philly from 2005. Yeah, which I've never heard of, but apparently it's
a movie, or was this like a fucking music video or something?
I thought it was a music video as well. Apparently it's over an hour long though. So unless it's those Mongolian metal guys, just
the Who, but not the other Who.
The HU. Yeah, I have no idea. But no, it's Smoke. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I liked Strangeland. I thought that was it was interesting too. So
probably one we'll get
I'm
to.
interested to see what he's going to do with this one, and also whether he's going to be starring in it because he didn't mention that.
No,
I doubt that he'll be starring in it. He'll be writing and directing out. If he still could, but I mean, remains to be seen, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Kind of moving on the headlines. Sam Raimi mentioned that Universal is looking to reboot Dark Man. So filmmaker Josh Rubin, he's been lobbying to direct a Dark Man reboot for quite a while. Liam Neeson, who originally starred in Dark Man, he said he'd be interested in reading a script if it ever came to fruition. And then, you guys will remember there were two sequels to Dark Man. It was Dark Man 2 and then Dark Man 3 in 95 and 96. I have not seen either of the three. You guys?
Oh, really? I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen those sequels still.
Same here, but it's been so long since I've seen that first one. I might as well never have seen it.
Me
Like
too.
it
No,
was 25 years
it'll
ago.
almost be like watching it over again. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Because I can't really. It's been so long that I don't remember the plot all that well. I mean, I remember certain scenes, but not the story as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I've just never seen it. I didn't even know Liam Neeson was in it. So, news to me.
Sam Raimi's involved, then count me in.
Yep. All right. Well,
I don't know if you know this off the top of your head or not. And I don't remember did he do the sequels as well? He directed both sequels. I assume.
Sorry, I don't. I'm not.
I doubt it.
I kind of.
He probably had moved on to other things at this point.
Yeah, probably you bowl or something. I'm just kidding. Which I'm sure we'll do a crapster piece or he may.
Yeah, you eat toilet bowl or something like that.
Yeah, lifetime toilet bowl achievement. But
the summer of bowl.
Oh God, no, awful. But,
oh God, I quit now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tender my resignation.
So, some streaming news, which we typically get to a little bit later in Deadline Horror News, but Shout Factory. They are releasing a free 24-hour or 24/7 cult channel, and the launch date is May 16th. And you've got the initial weeks. I'm sorry, I think it's the initial week or the initial month of. I'm sorry, I believe it's the initial week. Anyway, some of the movies that they're gonna, I guess the initial lineup, The Devil's Reign, which we did a episode on. Eat My Dust, Godzilla, Kentucky Fried Movie.
Which Godzilla? I'm assuming that's like the old, like Toho Godzilla's like the old one.
Sorry, that's sorry, I just kind of. Sorry about that.
You spill your Kool-Aid? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll live. But no, Little Shop of Horrors, Never Too Young to Die, which we also did a episode on.
Good Lord.
Reefer Madness, Rock and Roll High School, Scanners 2, tons of other ones. But you asked which Godzilla, the uncut Japanese original.
Okay.
Gojira.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually just finally watched that original, like, because all I'd ever seen was the American version with Raymond Burr in it.
Yeah,
I just finally sat down and watched that original version like just a few months ago. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely a completely
different Japanese version without Raymond Burr.
Yeah,
the original Japanese version. Yeah,
yeah, it's really good, and it's a different movie. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like a lot of those because Shout Factory. They just added like a Shout horror.
Yeah, well, they've got Scream Factory.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's called. I can't remember, but like the channel I think is actually like Shout Factory TV, but then on there they have like these little sub channels, like you said, Shout Cult and then Scream Factory and all that. Like I think they just started that like within the last month or two. The horror. So
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can't beat it for free, right? Just
yeah, you really can't.
Some pesky ads.
So after Jesus, yeah. Sorry, I just saw the note up there about the OnlyFans, which I got to bring it in now.
Okay.
So Cash 5000 asks, where's the link for the Spook Show OnlyFans, which you can only get on patreon.com at the $5 level.
Yeah.
I thought it was $1,000 level.
No.
The
$1,000 level gets crazy. All right. Like that's beyond the nudity. Let's face it.
Yeah, let's just call it what it is.
It's just Hellraiser level stuff. It's all at that point.
That's go to camp level stuff.
That's why we call it Jesus Wept. That's just the name of the level.
Jesus Wept. Oh my God. All right. Kind of moving on.
This one time in Cinnabite camp? No.
Yeah.
Total. Kind of moving on. Now, you did mention that, it's been a couple of weeks since we've done a normal DHN, but kind of getting.
I think April 20th was the last time we.
Man, yeah,
it's
been a while.
Episode. Yeah,
it's been a while, but tons of fan experience as well.
Yeah, you would think looking at this screen we're just catching up on shit from the last 2 or 3 weeks, but no. This is all this weekend in various places around the country. Not to go too in deep, you've got StokerCon in Denver, Colorado, which is basically like kind of like it seemed to me more of like a convention for like authors and, and books and stuff. I'm assuming that has something to do with Bram Stoker or whatever there. So there's that. StokerCon.com for that. Ohio Fan Fest in Girard, Ohio. You can go to OhioFanFest.com for that. That's this Friday and Saturday only. Guests include Bill Moseley, Caroline Williams, a bunch of wrestlers like Kurt Angle and a few others, lots more. They're going to be at that one. Days of the Dead Chicago in Rosemont, Illinois. That is Friday through Sunday, the 13th to the 15th. Go to daysofthedead.com/Chicago for that. Guests include Malcolm McDowell, Doug Jones, Jonathan Breck, many more. Fan Expo St. Louis. You can go to, that's in St. Louis, Missouri, obviously, fanexpohq.com/fanexpo St. Louis, May 13th to the 15th. So that's Friday through Sunday. Guests include William Shatner, Ron Perlman, Michael Rooker, and more. Spookala 2022 in Ocala, Florida. This Friday through Sunday. Go to spookala.com for details. Guests include Corey Taylor, the lead singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour, Michael Berryman, Felissa Rose, and tons more. And the last one is FrankenCon 2022 in Alcoa, Tennessee. Go to frankencontn.com for information. Now, that one is only this Saturday, the 14th. But guests include Joe Bob Briggs, Darcy the Mail Girl, Mark Patton, and a good handful more. So, like, really, I mean, to me, all of these different ones, if you're in the area of any of these cons, they're all stacked up pretty good, except for maybe StokerCon, but that's just more of a writing kind of convention. But
freaking books.
Yeah. So yeah, tons going on there. And box office report. This is for this past weekend of May 6th through the 8th. Number 5 there, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That's the latest from A24. Number 4, Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Number 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 2, The Bad Guys. And number 1, the big debut this week, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which raked in well over $187 million in its opening weekend. So needless to say, it's a Marvel movie. It's going to rake in. But yeah, this one's probably going to bust up some records by the time its run is over, I would imagine. But I didn't get a chance to see it myself. I want to, but need to get to it. Hoping to see it this weekend myself.
Yep.
New releases this week. Now, these are all the official new releases. These aren't just out on DVD kind of stuff. Yeah. These are all new horror releases for our little week period leading up till next Tuesday. Tomorrow over on Shudder, we've got The Sadness. Now, that one's it's like a foreign. It could be Korean. I couldn't quite tell what the origin was, but it's a zombie movie that's supposed to be nuts. So that looks interesting. Then, of course, Friday the 13th is a shitload of releases. Literally 6 different new horror releases on Friday the 13th. Nightcaller. Yeah. VOD. Sharkbait is also on VOD. Homebound, VOD. Monstrous, that's the latest with Christina Ricci on VOD. Firestarter, that's the probably the biggest release this weekend because that's in theaters and on Peacock. And then The Innocents, also on VOD. Then this coming Monday, the 16th on VOD, Vampire. I think that literally even says on the poster, a Serbian vampire film is basically all you need to know. And next Tuesday, the 17th, Hollow. That's on VOD and DVD Blu-ray. So lots of big new releases coming up between now and next Tuesday.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. We picked a busy week to come back.
Yeah, we did.
we took 2 or 3 weeks off, but now we come back and there's 45 new releases, 18 conventions going on, lots of shit. But only one horror anniversary.
Yeah, quite a bit. But yeah, the only other we did want to kind of make a note of Bill Paxton would have been, I believe it's 67 this coming Tuesday, the 17th. So, we know him from Alien, Frailty, tons of others, Weird Science. I mean, geez, you guys been all over the place.
He's the Crapsterpiece Theater mascot from Weird Science.
Oh, yeah. Chet the turd.
Shit.
Oh! Stop.
But yeah, that's the only horror anniversary. Yeah. So pretty much that's it. That's all we got as far as new shit this week.
Yeah.
So just remember all the stuff from off the top of the show there. Of course, we've got Camp Spook Show coming up starting in the month of June. So get ready for that. There's the Crapsterpiece poll. There are your 4 choices. Meatballs Part 2, Ernest Goes to Camp, Care Bears Movie 2, A New Generation, and Oddballs. So lots of quote-unquote good choices there for you for this month's poll. And coming soon, episode 109, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Episode 110, Cannon Fodder, Invasion USA. And then, by the end of May, you'll get Crapsterpiece Theater, No Holds Barred, over on patreon.com/AASpookShow by the end of the month of May. So that's pretty much it for us. I mean, you see all the different series and all the places to locate us. We're on pretty much all of the major social networks you see there on the bottom. So I guess really that's pretty much it, guys. So for Will, who couldn't be with us, Donnie, Professor Smoke, I'm Josh. We are from the All-American Spookshow Podcast, and we will talk to you next week.
See ya.
Don't forget the YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube special this Sunday night, right here on the same channel, 7:00 this East Coast. This Sunday night, the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards 2022 special. So we'll see you then.
All right.